All right, guys, I thought that once a week or once every few weeks, I can sit down with my husband and do our financial weigh-in together with you online and let you know the things that we did together, the different changes that we worked on as a family, and just sort of maybe to perhaps give you some inspiration on things that you can do with your family to sort of get one step closer to your financial goals. We didn't do many things, but I think we did take some steps in the right direction. So let's talk about the IRA, because he did something that I didn't know that we could do. I didn't know that you could actually choose what you were actually investing in, and he went into my IRA and chose particular stocks.
Yeah, so there's multiple ways you could save for retirement. One is a 401k, which is a lot of people have that. That comes out of your paycheck. It's pre-tax, so you get a tax break this year, and it basically goes into a bunch of mutual funds. So with that, we look at our funds every 6 to 12 months, and I kind of say which ones are performing well, which ones aren't performing quite as well, and then we kind of remix the allocation to try to maximize it. We're very aggressive growth. I know we're kind of in our mid-40s, and you're supposed to kind of get a little middle, but you know, I'd rather try to get as much as we can where we can get it for the next 25 years or whatever it is until we take the money out, right? 59 and a half technically, but that's the minimum. So anyway, so we do that religiously, and we always try to maximize that. Then the second thing we do is we have a Roth IRA, which depends on your income, depends on all these factors, but the gist of it is it's basically a stock account that you have at a stockbroker, and you put the money in now as if you're putting it into a regular stock account, but then when you retire and cash out, you pay no tax on it, which hopefully in the long run you save a lot of money on taxes. So with that, you can max out at $6,000 a year now, I think, of the new rules each, so we each have one, and you just put it in like you're buying a stock. So you know, whatever it is you want to buy, you can buy mutual funds if that's what you want to do. We usually buy individual stocks, so we bought some things that we hope would be high flyers. So a little risky, but we got Peloton, we got Airbnb, and we got Fiverr, 3 stocks that I had my eye on all this time, but we didn't really jump on it. And then in our regular stock account, we mixed that up a little bit too, and we added Shopify and Etsy to kind of go along with the e-commerce boom. Those are 2 really great picks if you're looking for e-commerce related stuff. And the other ones are kind of related to stay at home and COVID related stuff, like Airbnb. People don't really want to stay in hotels as much, and Peloton, people working out at home. And then Fiverr is a great stock that basically you can hire people online and do anything essentially for $5 and up. Originally it was all $5, but now it's $5 and up. Anyway, so we do that too, and you always got to keep an eye on it, obviously, and check it and everything else. But those are 2 great vehicles to get ready for retirement.
Yes.
For sure.
Now, I've been very vocal on this channel about how I don't really handle any of the stock and the finances and the retirement funds for us. So that's why I wanted to bring him on and talk about what he's doing with my IRA, because I just don't participate in that. But our other goal is we really wanted to max out my IRA. We just started that last year, and I showed you in the last video that I had $1,500 saved last year, and we really missed out on the opportunity to get up to $6,000. And we decided
started off small.
Yeah, so this year we're not gonna do that again. This year we're gonna max out that IRA and make sure that we hit that $6,000 and continue to do that forever. So that was a goal that we set this week. Another thing that we did that I considered a win is we said that we're gonna start tracking the timing of annual bills. So it's the beginning of the year, and I said from now on, any bill that comes in, if it's a printable bill, don't just pay it. I want you to leave it on the counter, because I want to comb through and look for any annual bills that are coming in, because I want to mark it in my planner so we can make sure that we're saving and understanding when those costs are going to come out throughout the year. Is it a really heavy month in January? Is it super light in May? I just want to get an idea of what that looks like, and it's going to take a year for us to go through that. And then if it's digital, I'm asking him to please print the bill for me so I can go ahead and comb through that and figure out when our annual bills are.
All the time. It never ends.
Yes, but knowledge is power, William. So we're gonna know. I want to know.
insurance for the house, insurance for the cars, insurance for the business, insurance for this.
No, the annual bills.
I know they come.
Like I'm talking about like
Well, Geico
Canva.
comes every 6 months, so we get
Right,
a big
I want to know that.
bang every 6 months for that.
Those are important.
Yeah.
So the thing that I feel like we need to work on more is, you know, we're trying to do this cash envelope thing, and then we just went to Target and we spent $92 on the credit card. And then I go home and I remove the $92 from our home budget, and then I can track what we're spending. But in the end, I really want to start actually using the cash. But it's the same thing. I understand as long as we stay within our allotted $200 budget for home a month, a week, then, you know, obviously we're staying within our means and we're doing what we're saying we're supposed to be doing. But I really would love to start spending more cash. And
Well,
that's
to
just
be fair, Target's 5% off.
Target's the only one that I would say
Well, just so people don't know, maybe if you use a
justifiably.
Target card, you get 5% off anything.
Justifiably,
So
yes. Okay,
even
fine,
if you're a
the Target
cash
card.
person, which I agree with her in the cash, Target, in case you don't know, and you do Target a lot, it's well worth getting the card because
Right.
you'll save hundreds of dollars a year probably.
So there's two things that I want to start working on for next week, and I have to call my former employee and find out if I have employer and find out if I have a 401 lurking in the universe. We just summed up all our stocks the other day, and I was like, well, what about my 401 from when I worked at Accenture? And Bill's like, you don't have a 401. And I was like, yes, I do. I absolutely put a 401. I used to put towards my 401. And he was like, you never put towards your 401. And I was like, you're losing your marbles. Of course I did. We haven't been tracking this rogue 401.
It's great. If, God willing, there is one in there, and then it's like, hey, look at this money we have that we didn't know we had.
Absolutely a 401. I
That
never
would be
had
fantastic.
a job that I didn't pull.
That's 20 years ago. There better be money in there.
I know. So I have to
At
actually
least
call.
$30, $40 minimum.
I have to call this company and be like, hello, where's my money? And then number two.
Well, it's sitting there.
I know
Hopefully.
it's sitting there. I just want access to
Sitting
it.
there growing.
Growing.
Looking good for us for a nice surprise.
And then also Ernst & Young. Do I have a 401 from Ernst & Young?
You'd have to follow it up. I'd give you the same answer as I don't think so, but
How is this possible? I forgot about Ernst & Young. Hold on a second. Ernst & Young.
I don't remember.
I
That
gotta
was
call
years and years ago.
people.
We were like trying to save for a house and stuff,
I don't like calling people, William.
you know.
And now
We were paying off your student loans.
No.
It was a long time ago.
We got married and I had no debt. You made me pay the student loan.
Yes.
P.S. Little financial story about my husband. He wouldn't let us get married until I paid off. We paid off my student loan debt. He helped me pay it. I just don't want you to think he was like, I'm not going to take you wife with debt.
I just said I wanted to pay it off.
He paid it with me.
I didn't want any debt.
But we started with zero debt. He was like, we're not getting married with a red nugget under our belt.
We were both living at home before we got married.
I just was like,
That would have
what?
been a waste.
I know, we were just very different when we first got married. I got married, I went into the marriage and I was like, I have a credit card, do you want to go to China? And then he was like, what? No, this is not how we're living under this new house. I'm like, my dad said you can go bankrupt every 7 years. Is that not like how everyone lives? And he was like, oh my gosh, Vera, like how have you been raised? Literally true story. So the other thing that I want to do that I was really thinking about is I was thinking about maybe we could start saving for an extra payment a year for the house. And I did the math and it was like 3,300 divided by 52. I don't, this is not the right number, but it was like $65 a week or $62 a week or, you know, something along those lines. So if we saved a little bit of money every week, by December, we'll have one full extra payment.
Yep. And I heard it cuts 9 years off a 30-year mortgage, but then I heard it doesn't. I think it's more like 5 years.
For one payment or for one payment extra every year?
One extra a year. So
What?
I'm not 100% sure.
That's it?
I have to do the math.
All right, so those are the ideas that we were thinking of, that we've accomplished, and sort of we wanted to just have you as part of our family financial meeting. And
You're never too old to start with these things, and you're never too old to start these accounts. Because no matter what you do, it's going to be better.
That's right.
5 or 10 years from now, hopefully.
And also, it doesn't matter how much money you make or how little money you make. So you could have a lot of money or you could have a little money. It all depends on how much money you save. That's the bottom line. You could make $400,000 a year, and if you're gallivanting around the world and you don't have a dollar to your name because you are excessive, then what's the point? You're not saving for retirement. So it's really about refocusing yourself, realizing that it's really about saving for your future, because all I want to do is have a house that has a porch, and I want to drink unsweetened tea on my porch and read steamy romance novels and have the warm air wind breeze go through my hair as I'm on a porch swing with my tea. In 5 years, no, it's not gonna be 5 years. 10 years, 15 years.
Maybe.
I mean, he doesn't even give me a glimmer of hope, this guy.
I said maybe.
Really ridiculous.
I said
All right.
a very strong maybe.
Anyway.
Maybe.
Oh, and it feels like South Carolina. I don't know, or like somewhere south. Does it feel south to you? Does this breeze feel south? Or is it still in New York? You're annoying. You don't even let me dream, all right? Stop. Stop. I don't want your stink. I don't want your stink breeze. All right, that's it for now. I hope you guys had some thoughts about your IRA Roth, things that you could do to it, saving for extra payments. Until next time.